Good morning. Thank you for joining the Washtenaw County's Road Commission's virtual construction information meeting. This meeting is in regards to the resurfacing project that's planned on Huron River Drive between Clark Road and the Dixboro Road Bridge in Ann Arbor and Superior Townships. My name is Emma, and I am WCRC's Communications Associate. I will be the meeting host today along with our project managers. This morning, I will go over some housekeeping items before turning it over to staff for presentation about the project, and then we're going to open the meeting up to your questions. So joining me today in this virtual project meeting is Mike Bernbeck. He is the project manager, and also Aaron Bergholz, the senior project manager of design and construction. So today, the meeting audio and video is being recorded, and it will be posted to the project page on wcroads.org in the next day or two, give or take some time. After the presentation, you will be asked to virtually raise your hand during the Q&A. I will provide instruction at the time on how to do this from either your computer, the Zoom app, or your touch tone phone. The chat feature for this meeting is turned on. If you have a question during the meeting or presentation, feel free to ask it in the chat and we will address it during the Q&A. You can find the chat window at the bottom of your screen. And now I will turn the presentation over to Mike.
Good morning. I'm Mike Bernbeck. I'm the project manager for this job. I also, this job is being handled through the Washtenaw County Road Commission's seasonal asphalt resurfacing projects. Our general contractor is Cadillac Asphalt, and they're the ones that we go around and do the paving, mill and fill paving or crush and shape jobs. So this particular one is the Huron River Drive, which is starting at the northern end at the south end of the Dixboro Road Bridge over the Huron River. And we're going up to the south down to Clark Road. And we'll be, so at this time, we don't have a date that we're doing this. So please sign up on the sheet that Emma tells you to sign up on, and we'll have everything documented there in a timely fashion for you to understand what's happening. So this is the current East Huron River Drive. This is going across in front of the Washtenaw County or Washtenaw Community College. You can see the pavement is distressed quite a bit. The lane on the left side that the vehicle is traveling on, that was a patch that was made a number of years ago. And the rest of the pavement is about 17, 18 years old. So it has outlived its life, and it's a perfect time for us to come in and resurface this and make it safe again for the traveling public, especially the motorcycles, because of the gaps on the at the joints along the lines that are wide open. Those are unsafe for the motorcycle traffic. So, okay. So like I said, this is going to be a mill and resurface project. We're going to come in and mill approximately 2 inches of the existing surface. And then we'll come back and we'll do some patchwork and some other prep work. And then we'll be coming in with our paving equipment, placing the new pavement. And then when we have that done, we'll be coming in and putting a new pavement markings, the stripes and all the symbols at the intersections and the crosswalks and so forth. We'll be replacing all that as well. So this is a side eye view of the mill. And you can see inside is the mill head with the teeth, and it basically crushes or picks up the asphalt, moves it onto the conveyor belt to the right, and then it goes up into, we dump it into the truck. So that leaves, and you can see, so here's the operation. I forget if this may have been when we were doing the patchwork, or no, this is Hewitt. So over by the football stadium. So, but this is the operation we'll have. And then this is the lay down equipment with a truck into the paver. And so that's the operations we'll have going on this job. We have a funding source of through the Michigan Department of Transportation and the federal government. Our costs are estimated right now at $638,000, which we'll be in real good shape, I think, with that number. So we're anticipating the whole thing with leaving some room with the weather, looking at 2 weeks worth of work out there. But we are going to be monitoring or keeping traffic flowing. There may be operations where we need a flag person to ask you to stop for a moment so we can make it safe for getting our trucks out and getting you through. We'll have the lane restrictions. It'll be restricted. We won't have all the lanes that we have out there right now, but we will have two-way traffic for you. So please pay attention to the flaggers. They're out there for your safety as well as the workers. And it just makes it a lot easier for us all to do our work. So yeah, we will continue to maintain traffic through to the Trinity Health St. Joe's Hospital entrances on Huron River Drive, the Heartland Rehabilitation Center, Washtenaw Community College campus and rec center, and the border-to-border bike path will not be affected by what we're doing, but it will be. We're not going to be closing it down. So if that's your mode of getting to where you're going, you still will have that, and it will be still a safe area for you to travel. So this is my contact information. Feel free to give it a call. I have access to my phone throughout the day. And of course, I also have access for my email. So if you have concerns as we're out there or leading up to, please feel free to give me contact me, and I'll get you the latest and greatest information to help you through the situation you're in. Okay. Once again, we're going to be starting on the north end of the Dixboro Bridge, or south end of the Dixboro Bridge over here on River Drive. And that will be where we start to pick people up to maintain traffic. So if you could use another route to get to the hospital or the community college, we wish you would, please, like Clark Road. There's an entrance to WCC there, and also at the hospital, you can go Clark to Hewitt and go in there, as well as there's a couple other little outlets there for you along Clark Road. But if you can, while we're out there, if you could give a little extra time and use those other routes, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, and I'll just offer a couple of additional thoughts, Mike. Thank you for the presentation. It certainly provides a good overview of this upcoming road improvement project. As you mentioned, Mike, the road is in a state of deterioration. Certainly, this is a welcomed project to improve this stretch of road. As with any road improvement, it's not without some challenges, some hardships for the motorists. But we will try to in as much as we're able, limit those hardships. You mentioned trying to maintain traffic access to the hospital. as you just said, really the best way for motorists to avoid getting caught in the construction traffic is to use Clark Road to gain access to WCC and to the hospital. For those motorists that are coming through the work zone, I want to reinforce how important it is for people to pay attention, to comply with the direction that's provided by the flagger personnel that are on site, to watch for trucks and various other pieces of equipment, because oftentimes those pieces of equipment can have large blind spots. It's difficult to see. So again, something that really can help us keep the motorist and the on-site employees safe is the motorists being attentive as they go through the work zone. This project, the scope of it should be relatively straightforward in nature, but again, it's going to be a much welcomed improvement along this heavily traveled road. We are considering, and there's been discussions about potentially doing the asphalt paving during the nighttime hours, but we're not yet committed to that. We need to have further conversations with our contractor. We need to look at the safest time for that work to be done. It could potentially be the nighttime, but we need to consider daytime versus nighttime through this busy corridor. So that's a possibility. But ahead of the construction starting, certainly there will be electronic message boards on the job site. That's oftentimes a standard protocol for our road work, is trying to get that message out ahead of time. And we found that the best way to engage the motorists and to deliver that message is to put those electronic message signs out there on the job site. So people in their daily travels will be informed of the upcoming work. So for those of you who may have learned of this meeting by that means, by the use of those signs, you'll see them again once we've confirmed the schedule for the project, so that you'll be well informed of the work starting. So again, I appreciate everyone taking the time to attend the meeting, and Mike, certainly appreciate the time that you commit to putting together these presentations, working with our communications staff. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you both, Mike and Aaron, for your thoughts and help with this presentation. Now I'm going to take a minute to show you guys how to subscribe yourself to project updates and where you can find all the information that you're going to need regarding this project on our website. So just give me 1 second here. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go to Google or just open any browser. You're going to type in here at the top, WCROADS.org. And then this page is going to pop up. You're going to want to hover your mouse over the roadwork and construction tab, and then there's going to be a drop-down menu that shows up. You're going to want to click on current projects. And then once this loads, you'll be able to see all of our current projects. Here's a map of our county and all the different locations of where our projects are happening. Each project that we have for the 2023 construction season has its own tile. So for this one, for example, it goes in alphabetical order. So you just want to 5 Huron River Drive, mill and resurfacing. Click on that. Here we'll outline the project limits and show you on a map, where the project is happening. It'll go over the details about what work is being done there, what kind of traffic impacts are going to be happening, and then the funding sources as well. The project manager, Mike Bernbeck, his information is over here to the right, and over here to the left, you'll see all of our latest updates, including like road advisories, project updates, and anything else that's going to be really important to this project. Over here in this helpful links area, you'll be able to find things like detour maps or anything that our communications team would think would be helpful for commuters or nearby residents to have. If you click on this orange button that says subscribe to project updates, you can actually go ahead and subscribe yourself to our email list, and you can decide what kind of townships you'd want to see receive updates on, or what kind of projects you'd like to receive updates on. So Definitely take the time to do that if this is going to be a project that's affecting your daily commute or you need to get to any of the nearby places. This is the best way to make sure that you are 100% getting our updates. Okay, now I'm going to open it back up to the Q&A.
May I say something?
Yes, go
I
ahead.
do have, we have reached out to the Heartland people in the hospital, and we're talking to Washtenaw Community College, so they all know, they've all had impact statements into some of our decisions on how we're going to take care of this project. So we have reached out to the major people on this road. So just so people know that too, we have taken in those people's concerns as well.
Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to open it up to questions. If you are viewing this meeting on your computer, first make sure click join audio. You can then raise your hand by clicking on the participants or the reactions button at the bottom of your screen. Then you want to click raise hand button at the right of your screen. If you dialed into the meeting from your touch tone phone, you can raise your hand by dialing *9. As the meeting host, I will unmute participants with raised hands one at a time. I will announce your username or your last 4 digits of your phone number when it's your turn to speak. We are happy to answer as many questions as possible, but please just be respectful of each other's time. And if your question is left unanswered before you are called on, you can lower your hand, or if your question is answered before you're called on, you can lower your hand by clicking the lower hand button or dialing *9. And before we go into this Q&A, I just want to say, if you want to get in touch with the project manager or any of your questions are not answered in this meeting, please leave all of your contact information in the chat feature so that way we can get back in touch with you at a later date. So it doesn't look like we have any questions in the chat, and I don't see anyone raising their hand right now. So I'll leave the screen here for a few more seconds and see if anyone raises their hand or sends a question in the chat. Okay, I see that Charles Wilson would like to ask a question, so I'm going to unmute you, okay?
Yes, hi, I'm Charles Wilson here, Trinity Hospital, Ann Arbor. I know I've been working and made a couple statements with Mike. We do want to lobby to try and have as much, evening work as possible. And I did write an email to him explaining the needs and, the amount of traffic that we have. So I do want to lobby for evening work if at all possible. That was just it. No real question. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles. I appreciate the feedback you've given me. So, and that has helped me with my my defense of the job. So, thank you very much.
Okay, are there any other questions or concerns that anyone would like to raise? I'll give us just a few more seconds. Okay, it does not seem like anyone has any questions in the chat, nor is raising their hand anymore. So again, this is Mike Bernbeck's information up on the screen. So if you have any questions or concerns before the project, during, or have immediate concerns that need to be addressed, please contact him by email or phone number, and you can always call our main line and we can transfer you over to him or help us at the best of our ability on the phone. If you have any questions that were left unanswered during this meeting, please put your contact information in the chat so we can reach out to you at a later date. And yeah, thank you for joining this virtual construction meeting for the Huron River Drive resurfacing project. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you.